to Kate Space. Welcome to my first entry in my personal journal. This is the one that I made out of the big old book that David found, and there's a series on my channel following me making this. I've been kind of holding back on starting it. I always find it really hard to start in a journal, and I've watched lots of videos about journaling and, you know, breaking the first page and all those things, and it still doesn't seem to make it any easier. I often like to start at the beginning rather than just opening up to a random page, and I think I'd like to put some photos in. Often in my junk journal July and junk journal January, I start off with like a picture of myself, and I think that's, although that seems a bit weird now, I think in the future that it will be good. The first thing I want to do though is, because I made this a little bit short, I want to make this into a pocket, but I'm thinking it's not really going to be a very strong pocket at all. I like how grungy it is. I think I've probably coffee dyed this, that's why it looks this way. But yeah, I could have a little bit hanging down, which is quite pretty on this side, but again, I don't really think it's going to be very practical. Although, I'm wondering, because I don't want to cover these birds up obviously, but I'm just wondering whether I need to put something in there that's a bit more useful, so I can pop things in there, because look at all the stuff I've been collecting. I've got this, which is an old book jacket, and I really love it. I love this image, and this is the spine of the book, which I'd like to use somewhere. This is a piece of very old wallpaper that I've been holding on to for goodness knows how long, that I salvaged from one of the houses that I used to live in, but it's almost like it's painted. It's very old. This is the inside, sort of one of the end papers. It's quite fragile, but I would like to use it. And then there's some more images which I love, also from, not the same one, but it's from a Child's Garden of Verses, but the bigger one, and this is actually the picture I really have been playing around with and trying to work out how I can use it, because I just really love this image. I love all these little flowers going up here and all these little fairy tale creatures, but on this side I also love this little picture as well. So there's lots of things I want to use, and I've got some photos which I want to use, so let's have a look at those as well. from these photos that I've sort of collected up. My mum with her great-grandchildren, and me and my mum with the grandchildren and great-grandchildren. This is a basket of goodies that my girls sent me for Mother's Day, which has just been, and this is a recent photo of me that Briley took. So I've got the photos. I haven't really thought much more beyond that, and all I do know is that I want to somehow use this picture. Now I think I can cut this out without affecting this one here. So that's my goal right now, to do that. I'm going to hold it up to the sunlight because the sun has come out and now it's going down. So if I go there, I won't cut. So I'm not going to get those flowers. Okay, so let's see what I've done. I've saved some of that, and now we can cut around these little people. I really don't have a really good idea of what I want to do, which you can probably tell. So I apologise for that. This is just a journal with me, and I know there's some really great journal with me videos. I watch them. I watch Joanna Clow and I watch Emma Durran's, and they both have great journal with me videos and sort of tips. And I really want, as you know, and I've talked about probably quite a lot, about getting going with my own personal journaling. I love making junk journals. I really love it. But I also would like to have one, and I like to have one to fill in. I think one of the things I miss with my paper crafting is I do miss some of the scrapbooking elements of the sort of record keeping and the memory keeping that I used to do. It had a lot of meaning for me to keep those memories, and although some people would argue no one's ever going to look at those albums and those photos, you don't even actually know that. So somehow I feel like I need to work out for myself how I can combine my two loves, the things I love doing, so making the journals, but also doing some journaling myself, and also within that journaling practice preserving memories and maybe some photos and things like that. So there we have that picture, and I actually don't even know if I'm going to use that for this layout. I would like the picture of flowers that the girls gave me, and I kept these cards. So this was ordered from something in Napier, and there's a little message from the girls, and then there's this little card here. So I think this is what I'm going to start with. I am going to maybe collage on here, and I'm wondering whether I could put this on here. No, because I don't want to lose some of it. Would she fit on there? No, she won't fit on there. So I could take the string out, I suppose. I don't really need to have, I've got that, so I can cover this up. Just realised, so let's just go ahead and do this, because we might not get anything done otherwise. Got some fussy cuts here that I think I might use. If I can find one that's sort of the right size. I think for my first sort of entry, I need to try and keep things sort of simple, because I'm already sort of struggling. So, and I really want to do this, so I'm going to put that like that. Got a little bit of old ledger, so I'm going to use that just because it's there, so I might as well use it. I'm finding my glue is really squidgy and just going everywhere. I'm really struggling with it. I really liked these glue sticks, but maybe I'm just being too vigorous with it. I'll try not to press so hard and see if that helps. But you can see how it's all squidging out. And I mean, I like lots of glue, but what I'm finding is then I'm getting glue on parts of my images that I don't really want. I think I'm going to have it going that way. Go. So I just need to re-punch that hole. Maybe I would like a little image here. We could do another little flower. Maybe a little black and white one. Just do that one. I think that image there is fussy cut from Rachel at Roxy Creations. Okay, so where's the string? I'll put the same string back in, even though it's quite bulky. And I guess that could tuck in there. As you can see, I've got glue on there, and that's what I'm talking about. I keep smudging the glue around. So we've got this photo that I'd like to use, but I've got these two as well. They haven't printed out very well. Mum will not be happy with those at all. And this is why I don't do journal with me's, because they just are really hard. I find them so hard. So perhaps we just need something behind this photo. And it kind of goes really well with this mauve picture, so we could, okay, let's stick it down. These are sticky, these Canon selfie pictures. I don't know how well they stick, especially since this is probably really grubby, this paper, but anyway, we'll stick it on there and then we'll tear around the photo. I'm not too worried if it's not dead straight. And that can actually go there. And it's very wonky, but that's okay. Just go like that, so it's like it's meant to be wonky. And then I have some of this paper that's also from I think I'll just stick like that, like that, and then maybe there, like that. Yep, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use some washi tape. Got this washi tape, this is my favourite. Okay, we're not sure about that. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. So that's where the gift came from. We've got that, we've got this white space here. Could almost stamp the date or something on there. We'll see, but do we want to put a little bit of washi somewhere? Maybe just here, I don't know. Yes. I'm not sure which way up this is meant to go. I think I'm just going to put some there, like that. Just a bit random, but that's okay. Fold that over. So there we go, we've started. Sometimes that's the hardest part. And then the other thing was the other tag, wasn't it? What have I done with that? Got myself in a bit of a mess. Here it is. So here's the other tag. We could make a pocket for that to go in. Not with that though. With something, I think something pretty, or we could use this, and if we reinforce it, that could go in there somehow. Or we could use the lace, because we have that here. I don't know if that will hold that. It's probably going to flop around everywhere and annoy me if I do that. It could be a belly band. I'm going to try and finish this page if I can. If not, if it all just goes real badly, then I will just stop and I just won't publish this video. I thought I might try and do a little bit of a collage or something on here. This lovely piece of scripty paper, which I really like. Kind of folds like this. I guess we could fold it the other way. I have printed on both sides. You could almost tuck something into this little corner here. Just tear this white off. And I love these birds too. Already this is starting to make my journal fat, but that's pretty much how things go in my journals. And I guess I could write on here, or we could just not have that and we could just turn that into a little tuck spot and I could write behind there. I quite like this, but yeah, it is quite fat, so let's just rip it. And we can just pop her there. I really don't know what's going on. Oh boy. Feel free to tune out. Oh, I feel like I need to go to some journaling lessons. I think also what I need to think about is when just daily life is happening, instead of throwing bits and pieces away, but maybe remembering to keep things, because I used to, and then I stopped doing that so much because of the clutter and stuff. But if I've got somewhere to put it, then I think it'll be good to start just maybe collecting up bits that can go in the journal, just day-to-day things. And I know that Emma and Joanna, they collect all like their tickets and things like that, and use them in their journals as memories and ephemera and stuff. Like your ephemera doesn't have to be all vintage and old, you know, things have significance that are modern day and new, and you can mix them, which is what I'm attempting to do here. So I just really like that script there. So now this has got to be put somewhere. I almost want to put a brad in there, and then you can just open it up like that. So I might do that. I want it to be quite a big one, won't it? Now we're getting some of our real old school things out. I've got some huge brads here. And that actually says something, but I can't read it. Something, make life happen or something. Something ridiculous. Here we go. Perfect. One with a flat. So my camera went flat. My phone died, basically. The battery went flat. So I got myself a brad. I put myself back in the frame because I realized I was out of frame. I apologize. And yeah, hopefully we'll rectify that in the future. So yeah, I basically put a brad into this little tag that came with the gift that my girls got me for Mother's Day. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I may or may not do some writing. I'm not sure. Maybe under here, just write something, or tuck a piece of writing and a date. But it's pretty self-explanatory with the photo. So there's my first entry in my journal. That was really, I found that really difficult. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and keeping me company while I kind of struggled with that, and I hope that in future it'll get easier and I'll have more of a plan. But yeah, thanks so much everybody, and I will see you again soon. Bye.